Broadcasting live from the Business RadioX studios in Atlanta, Georgia, it's time for Atlanta Business Radio. Brought to you by OnPay, Atlanta's new standard in payroll. Now, here's your host.
Lee Cantor here, another episode of Atlanta Business Radio, and this is going to be a good one. But before we get started, it's important to recognize our sponsor, OnPay. Without them, we couldn't be sharing these important stories. Today on Atlanta Business Radio, we have Matt Paige with HatchWorks. Welcome, Matt.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me today.
It's going great. I'm excited to learn about HatchWorks. Tell us what you're up to.
Yeah, so HatchWorks is a software development company locally here in Atlanta. We've been around since 2016, and we really believe intelligently built solutions improve the way that people work and live. So really focused on building full lifecycle web applications that are native to the cloud and data intelligence solutions. So doing from full software development, defining it, building it, running it. But yeah, with everything going on today, the push to digital, the customer experience and customer demands is just evolving with everything from COVID to all the other great technology products out there. I'm really looking to help our customers evolve in that way and making that push to move to digital.
Now, is HatchWorks, did it start as HatchWorks developing their own software and applications for themselves, or was it always built to help other people create what their company needs?
Yeah, it's always started helping our customers, and that's the biggest piece. It's interesting. Our founder, Brandon Powell, knew he wanted to start a company, didn't quite know what product to build, so decided to go serve other customers and clients in their industries. Another area we want to get into down the road is developing some of our own products from all of the great stuff we're learning, but wholly focused right now on just serving our customers and giving them and building them the best products we can.
Now, can you talk about that kind of the early days? Was it always geared towards enterprise level, or was that something that just grew over time?
No, not initially. And truthfully, in the beginning days, it's almost more of a friends and family and connections to give you your first bit of business. But we've really grown a lot in the healthcare space, the financial services space, communications, just with past experience there. So those are kind of the main verticals we played in. And then as we've evolved, started to work with a lot of bigger clients. So your AT&Ts, your Coxes, FleetCor locally here in Atlanta, and some big healthcare players like Anthem and others.
Now, how did that come about? Because dealing with companies of that size, there's a lot of complexity in a sale like that. Was that, again, friends and family type thing, or you kind of earned your way up the ladder based on your previous work?
Yeah, starting to earn our way up. So building some really great case studies into place that we can, show off and represent with our customers. And it's definitely a different animal, right? There's more decision makers in the process. The sales cycle's a bit longer and different. And, sometimes you don't have the full autonomy to build the full end-to-end solution. A lot of the times you're working very, very tightly with the organization that we may be working with, whether it's on the product side or the technology side, which is really neat, helping our clients evolve in how they think about software development, how they think about product development. And a big piece is that discovery and design element, right? You don't want to just be, a hammer trying to hammer a nail all the time. You got to make sure you have the right solution for the problem at hand.
Now, do you sometimes go into an opportunity fixing something and then it evolves into kind of a wholesale rebuild, or are you always going in there to start like from a clean slate?
Yeah, that's a great question. And it's interesting. We do both, right? So we'll do brand new product development. The customer just has an idea or a problem they have. And we also do complete modernization projects or redesign projects as well. I'd say a lot of a shift towards more of the modernization and redesigns as of late, because we have so many customers, especially as you move up in the enterprise space. They have a lot of existing legacy products, a lot of integrations and the customer experience isn't great. So they want to, bring it up to snuff in a lot of ways. So we've seen a big shift in that way with doing a lot of redesigns, a lot of modernization projects.
Now, in your work in strategy and business development, can you share some advice for folks that are transitioning into maybe targeting enterprise level customers? How do you kind of go about opening the door to building the relationship and then taking the project to the finish line and getting all that buy-in from all the, the bureaucracy that usually comes with an enterprise sale to you move from the champion to all the people that have to sign off on a decision of this magnitude?
Yeah, you hit on it. Once you're moving to that enterprise level, especially in bigger deal sizes as well, it's really about that relationship, right? You're not going to win them over with just some marketing. It's showing thought leadership, right? That you uniquely understand their industry, their pain points, their problems, is really a better entry point. But really building that relationship and building that trust as well. And a lot of times we look to build that in the sales cycle, sometimes some initial smaller engagements, just to help in terms of discovery or some design. And really it's about building that trust, right? Building the trust within your main stakeholders as well as the broader organization. So it's a definite shift when you start to move up into more of an enterprise type sale there.
Now, how do you manage the kind of sometimes the inertia to make a decision or a change when you're working with someone and you think you've answered all their questions and then someone is, I don't want to say sabotaging it, but maybe just kind of putting it on the back burner? How do you kind of keep it going, even though it might seem like there's no interest, but you're like, one person or two people away from making the deal happen?
Yeah, I think the key thing is knowing up front who are the key decision makers and really having that tight relationship with them, who actually owns the budget. And it's also, that person that may be bringing it up at this point or seeming like they're undermining it, they probably have a valid reason they're bringing it up, right? So taking it into consideration, making sure that they're also heard and understood is a big part of it, all right? Because there probably is a valuable reason they're bringing it up. So really bringing them almost into the conversation sometimes can help with that decision-making process.
Now, how are you finding the Atlanta kind of software ecosystem? It seems like we've had some big wins lately. Can you talk about how that is as a collaborative community?
Yeah, Atlanta has just been great. You look at MailChimp recently, the acquisition they were into it, and there's just a lot of great instances, especially when you look at fintech and the financial services space in Atlanta. So it's been a great place for us to grow up and evolve. And it's just, I think the sky's the limit for Atlanta. And, what else is unique is with our move to remote in COVID, we also have a nearshore offering we call. So we have an office in Costa Rica, but it's completely transformed in a lot of ways how we do things. We do it in an integrated model. So we'll have folks, developers here in Atlanta, as well as in Latin America. And it just provides a more cost-effective option for a lot of our customers without sacrificing the quality. But Atlanta's just been great for us. A lot of us are born and raised in Atlanta here as well, and just a great community to be a part of.
Now, how are you finding Atlanta's reputation nationwide when it comes to software?
Yeah, it's interesting. Even from like 2016 when we started, it's completely evolving, right? It's being known as more of a technology hotbed, especially with, you think of newer startups and kind of venture-backed endeavors. A lot of that is just increased in big ways. And there's a lot of huge staple companies here as well. Like I mentioned Cox earlier, a lot of big enterprises in the technology space that we work with as well.
Now,
it's definitely continued to evolve.
Now, from a talent standpoint, now as we go remote, some of the trade-offs are now the world is your oyster when it comes to talent. Are you finding that other cities in the Southeast are kind of following the lead of Atlanta and maybe the Carolinas in terms of becoming this kind of tech hotbed in terms of finding talent that are kind of okay with moving down here and living here where the cost of living is maybe better than it would be in, obviously San Francisco or Boston or somewhere like that. But now you have the world. So then, you can live in Wichita and work here in Atlanta now. So how do you kind of see the Southeast as a whole?
Well, I think the Southeast is a great spot to be. You mentioned cost of living and all of that, but yeah, it's just this remote environment that we're in has completely changed everything. And I think we've proven that we can do it. We almost needed the push to get us there, but leveraging all kinds of tools like Miro and other collaboration tools that we leverage, just making it easy to collaborate with our customers. But it's definitely changed the game, and the talent market it's hot right now, right? There's a huge, it's almost like an arms race for talent. And the key thing is making sure that you're retaining your core people, right? That you're providing a great experience for your employees. And we do that through our culture that we really promote and really try to live by sharing stories about how we promote it, about living by it every day. But that's a big piece. The talent market is very hot right now, especially Atlanta, and I think it's only going to continue to grow in that way.
And that's why it's so important to have kind of the ecosystem we have that takes a person from the university into these growing businesses, and there's a lot of density. So if they move to a startup that doesn't work, there's a place for them to land. They don't have to move. Oh
yeah, definitely. And we've the university system here is just great. Go Dogs, by the way. And our founder is actually a University of Georgia grad, and our CTO is a Georgia Tech grad. So it's kind of the battle there. But we've also started some internship programs just with local universities here. But there's just such a hotbed of talent and so much opportunity here in the Southeast, and especially in Atlanta. So what do you need more of? How can we help you? So I just really excited to get to talk to you today. Just helping talk about how we solve problems for our customers, the type of things we do, and just really excited about serving our customers and our clients. Really kind of an outcomes focused company. That's where we like to start with our customers, is what outcomes do they want to achieve? It's not just about how much velocity you have in a sprint. It's what business goals are we driving? We want to make sure we're building solutions that are usable, feasible, and viable for our customers and their business. And that'll help them get, like you said, the outcome they desire, not something that they thought they wanted, that it may not achieve that. A lot of times people have ideas, but when you start vetting them, it may not be the right thing that they should be working on. And to have a trusted partner like HatchWorks kind of help them through that, to get that outcome that they really, really want, not the one they think they want. That's huge. And that's the biggest thing. Right? We start with the problem in mind, not necessarily the solution. We put a lot of focus in the discovery and strategic side of it, and the design, for that very reason, right? We don't want to build a solution and the customer come back and say, well, that's not solving my problem, or there's another problem I didn't even know I had, right? We want to get in front of that up front before you're actually developing any form of software. So doing that through prototypes, clickable prototypes, design, discovery workshops and sessions. So that's a huge part of it. Yeah, that old saying, measure twice, cut once, it applies to software as well. Oh, yeah, most definitely. Yep, that's right. Now, if somebody wants to learn more about your offerings, what you can do for them, and or if they're talent and looking for a place to land, what is the website? Yeah, hatchworks.com is the website. And yeah, from both sides, whether you're have a need and you're a customer, or you're a great engineer, we're always looking to expand our team. We actually have several open roles on the engineering side, the product side of things. So definitely check that out as well. That's where you can find us. Good stuff, Matt. Thank you so much for sharing your story today, man. Thanks. I appreciate it. All right. This is Lee Cantor. We'll see you all next time on Atlanta Business Radio.